We made a terrible mistake.
What's done?
We freed the timeline. We found him. Beyond the storm. A citadel at the end of time. He's terrifying. He planned everything. He's seen everything. He knows everything. It's complicated, okay? But someone is coming. Countless different versions of a very dangerous person, and they're all set on war. We need to prepare.
Loki Season 2 has released on Disney+, and if you've ever seen Loki Season 1, I recommend that you watch that before you watch Season 2, obviously. But Loki Season 1 left off with Loki being pushed through a time door by Sylvie, another variant of himself, and he was pushed through a time door, and he ran back to see his friend Mobius, and Mobius didn't recognize him. And that's kind of where Loki Season 1 left off. I have a video about my Loki Season 1 review on my channel, so if you haven't seen that yet, go ahead and check that out, and check out the series, because I'm going to dive right into Loki Season 2 and my thoughts about it.
To address the fact that you keep disappearing.
Well, I keep disappearing. We don't have time.
You just disappeared.
I know.
So Loki Season 2, Episode 1 opens up, and Loki's distraught. He doesn't know what's going on. He was kicked through a time door by Sylvie, and when he goes to find Mobius and explain what's happened, the horrors of He Who Remains and the variants that are coming, nobody seems to know who he is, and they start chasing him. So he doesn't understand what's going on, and all of a sudden he starts like disappearing and appearing in a different part of time. Like he disappears and goes to the same location but in the past, and then he goes into the future. So and then he goes right to the present. So he's like time slipping through different times in the same universe, in the same like time branch, but he's being pulled through the past, present, and future. But when he's in the present, he's able to meet back up with Mobius, and basically he tries to warn them. He tries to explain to the remaining TVA leadership that He Who Remains is coming, dangerous variants of him is coming, and he's concerned. He's freaked out.
We found him. Beyond the storm. A citadel at the end of time. He's terrifying. He planned everything. He's seen everything. He knows everything. It's complicated, okay? But someone is coming. Countless different versions of a very dangerous person, and they're all set on war. We need to prepare.
Mobius realizes that Loki's just freaked out, but they start to see that he's having issues with time slipping. So Mobius takes him to a new character in the Loki series called OB. And OB is able to come up with a device that is going to be able to save Loki from his time slipping. But it involves this, it's about 15-20 minutes of the episode in which they're working on. Mobius has to go out into near the timeline, and Loki has to prune himself. There's a whole bunch of like logistics to how it works. You kind of roll with it because the TVA is this new concept for the MCU fans. But at the end, Loki's actually able to be cured of his time slipping, which is really great to be able to see. That wasn't the entire focus of the Loki series. There was some worry that the entire series was just going to be about Loki's time slipping and curing that. In fact, that's mostly what we saw in most of the trailers. But the fact that got over with so quickly means that there's more to the series than meets the eye, which is really exciting going into watching it. So the fact that Loki's time slipping is over, he's able to more focus on the task at hand. And the TVA and Loki both believe that they need to find Sylvie. Sylvie was the one who killed He Who Remains in Season 1 at the end, and they need to find her so they can figure out what their next step should be. The TVA, some of the people in the TVA are having a hard time believing what's happening, obviously, because the TVA is all they've ever known, and the timekeepers aren't real. Miss Minutes is gone, and so is their leader, Renslayer. So the TVA is really in a distraught. They don't know what to do, but Mobius is working with Loki to try to figure out exactly where they want to go, and they want to find Sylvie. So that seems to be what's going to be the next task and mission for the group and the TVA. And the post-credit scene for the first episode, we do see Sylvie walk into a McDonald's and order everything. We knew that was probably going to happen with some of the McDonald's ads that we've been getting with Loki Season 2. So, I mean, it was cheerful. It was funny to see. Overall, I thought the episode was really great. As I said, I'm really glad that they solved the time slipping issue really quickly so that we could focus on more He Who Remains and finding Sylvie. So I was really glad for that. I think it was a very interesting pilot episode. I watched it a couple times. Thought it was really cool. Definitely have high hopes for season 2 of Loki. Really enjoyed Loki season 1. So I'm curious to see where this is going to go. I've read some rumors that most people see him through episode 4, and then after episode 4, it's going to take a huge twist. I believe there are 6 episodes. So I'm going to try to get a review for each episode on my channel. So check back, and we'll recap what's happened and just go over my thoughts. And if you guys want to get some more of these videos and be reminded, just click on that subscribe button so that you guys don't miss a video. Thank you, and have a good rest of your day.